Hi guys, I thought I would put together a quick, informative, informal little video on how to make a plain Kokedama moss ball that you can use for cuttings, or you could do starts of lettuce, herbs, anything. So we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. Let's get our supplies together first. I've got my wire. I like to use bonsai wire in the 1mm size. A pair of scissors, nothing fancy. A little bit of potting soil, again, nothing special. And our moss, which is the most important part. We're gonna start by taking our moss and we're gonna put green side down and we're gonna make a bed. And I'm just gonna pull it apart. And I'm gonna go about 2 to 3 layers thick on this moss since I wanna make a moss ball that's of some pretty good size. I'm gonna go ahead and put my soil right in the center. And I'm gonna get my wire ready. I like to use between 15 to 20 feet depending on the size. I like to take it off the spool first to avoid any tangles later on. I'm gonna go ahead and start with about a 12-inch piece that I'm gonna use as a tail, and I'm gonna go ahead, keep it like this, put it right over my leg. So I've got it right next to my hands when I need it. And I'm gonna start bringing the sides of this moss up around that soil. And don't worry, it's not going to look like a ball until it's all done. Now I've got the sides brought up around that soil, and I can even hold this in one hand. I'm gonna take my right hand, grab my handy wire here. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna leave a 12-inch tail about up at the top, pinch it between a finger, and I'm going to start wrapping the wire. I give it about a quarter turn and wrap. And you're gonna pull fairly tight. And we just keep wrapping. Since I don't have a plant in here, I can go ahead and wrap right directly over the top. If I had a succulent or a fern in here, or any other kind of plant really, I would be very cautious about not pinching the stem. We just keep wrapping. And you can start to see that the moss ball starts to take shape. I cut a little bit too much wire for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and snip this off and show you this is the piece of wire that I was wrapping with. I'm going to flip my moss ball over and poke this through a couple of these wires just to kind of put it in place. Pull it kind of taut. Now that tail that we started with, I'm going to give it a nice tight pull, flip my moss ball back over, and I'm going to do the same thing and tuck it under a few layers of wire. I'm going to bring those two ends together and twist them. I like to twist about 10 times maybe. Trim those wires off so we have our twisted part here, and then I'm going to flip it and invert it right into the bottom of that moss ball. And now this is pretty dense, and I kind of can model it here like clay, and I'm going to give my moss ball just a little trim. You don't have to trim it. Some people like it to be nice and long and shaggy. I personally like it a little bit more closely cropped, but that's complete personal preference. And there you go, a nice informal moss ball Kokedama. If you'd like care instructions, please click the description for our website. Have a great day, guys.